Hey, what's going on, people? Jamie here from GloPoll. If you don't know what GloPoll does already, we gather and refine public opinion data and make it actionable so it can actually achieve policy outcomes. So it's a social network where anybody can share their positions and anybody can vote up or down on the positions, and you can sort through them based on your areas of interest and also where you live. Where you live becomes very important because that distinguishes what we do from what a lot of other various polling websites and opinion websites and social networks are doing, because they have no mechanism to prevent things that corrupt the data. Is this a real person? Is it a duplicate account? And how do we know it's who they say they are? So we really want to get verified users, and that's what is going to allow us to get this location relevant data. So any opinions that we have, we can go to the elected officials in that area and say, this is what this percentage of people think, and these are the ones who are paying attention, who are most likely to vote. Our big job is to get people to verify their accounts. You're still free to do it as a non-verified user, except you can achieve more policy change with your opinion if you let us know who you are. We're not going to tell the elected officials who you are. It will be anonymized when we publish the data, the public opinion data, but we need to know that you're real so that we can pay you. That's right, because we incentivize users to build a network by paying them. Each day we are going to distribute 100 tiles per day. That's our currency, and it is divided by daily active users. So get in early, and these things will be worth money. First of all, if you want to sell them for $1 or less, I will buy them from you personally. I'm going to do a big buy-in with my own personal Bitcoin holdings as soon as tiles are recognized on a major online trading platform. So that's one reason. But another reason why the tiles will become valuable is because once we build the network, networks can do really cool things that are worth money. So remember how I'm saying there's the community feed where everyone can share their policy positions and upvote and downvote? That is self-selected. Self-selection bias is the big problem that has been stopping online polling from becoming a thing. When people do polls, do you know how they do polls? First of all, it's really fun. You only need 1,500 people to get a representative sample of the whole population. That's crazy. Because online polling hasn't been fully realized yet, when Pew Research and other poll companies need to do a poll, they need to call landlines. Landlines! How good can your data be? I don't have a landline. Do you? Are you watching this on your landline? Okay, but that's how polling works. So once we build a network, we can randomly select 1,500 random users among our network to take, let's say my policy proposal was, hey, let's have publicly funded elections, and that gets a certain amount of attention, let's say 20,000 votes, 20,000 people vote on it, then we're like, let's review this just to make sure the self-selected people are somewhat representative of the whole population. That's where you get into it. So we do a simple random sample against our network, we just ping this thing out to 1,500 random users, and remember, we have people coming in every day, because every day you're an active user, you get your tiles. So we can do this awesome thing that the private pollsters can't do. So you tell me if this sounds okay to you. We let researchers pay money to have access to our network so they can do their own simple random sample polls, which, by the way, it costs thousands of dollars to do a poll. They can do it through us at a competitive rate, and they can tap into the glory of the internet to get the polling data that they need. So in our network, there's the place where you're free to upvote and downvote on anything you want, and then you will be randomly selected sometimes to do a simple random sample poll by us to make sure the things coming up out of the community feed aren't too crazy. And then you have an option to get paid to do simple random sample polls for somebody else. But here's why I don't think it's very corrupt at all, is because the users, since we know who they are, we can pay them. So all the money we get from third parties wanting to do polls with us goes right to the user. So So you should be logging in daily because you get your share of the tiles for that day, but then you also get a chance to make money for doing polls. Here's the thing, we don't accept US dollars or yen or euros, we only accept tiles. See what's happening? So now if Pew Research wants to get $10,000 worth of polling services through our network, they're gonna have to buy those tiles somewhere. They're gonna have to buy them from an exchange, which will elevate the value of the tiles, and it will positively reinforce the people who are building the network every day. So that's how our public opinion generation process is going to look, and that is a quick look into how we incentivize users with the tiles. Thank you for your interest in GloPoll. If you're one of the people excited to use it, you can go onto glopoll.org and join the mailing list for updates. If you're someone who wants to help us build it so we can satisfy these excited future users, also go onto glopoll.org and there's a place where you can get in touch with us. Help us build this awesome thing so we can take the voice of the people and make it matter into real policy outcomes.